So firstly, Rupy, I wanted to ask you, what are your sort of store cupboard staples or fridge staples that you try and always have in the fridge, so you know if you're having a really hectic week with work or night shifts, that you know you can come back and it will just give you some really good nourishing food?
Totally. So my go-to are beans in all different types of varieties. So you can get pre-cooked beans in like little packets, like Nutritionist Gourmet. You can get canned beans and have every single variety.
And I think there's a bit of a stigma attached to some of those pre-cooked grains in pouches, but actually in a lot of circumstances they're so great because it's not just one source of grain as well. A lot of the time it's sort of mixed quinoa, you know, different types of things, and really great.
Totally, like, so you can get whole brown rice in those little packages. You can get pure lentils, black beans, azuki. I barely cook for my those sorts of beans and legumes from scratch. I tend to go for the pre-packaged ones, but every now and then I'll cook from scratch because they taste a lot better. But you know, at the end of a shift, the last thing I'm going to be doing is soaking the chickpeas for 2 hours and then cooking it for 8 hours. So yeah, I always have those sorts of staples in my cupboards. Pastes, so whether it's curry paste, Thai curry pastes, you can get some really lovely pestos as well that you just run through those beans. Add like a fresh leaf, like a rocket or a spinach, and then you've got a ready-made salad right there, ready, waiting for you.
I think condiments are key here. Like they can change a dish.
Totally, yeah. I always have like, you know, a good sriracha or, you know, some sort of like low sugar. There's loads of low sugar sauces these days as well that you can use. So yeah, I definitely use those. So sauces, pastes, pre-cooked lentils and beans, and freezer items that we're probably going to chat about.
Yeah, perfect. Secondly, could you recommend some recipes for maybe a brunch, a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner recipe that you can meal prep, have ready in advance, literally just to chuck in your bag and take to work?
So my breakfast go-to options are overnight oats. So I'll put like a small portion of oats in with either some flaxseed, some sort of nut like a hazelnut or even pumpkin seeds. You could add chia seeds if you want to be a bit fancy, just a tablespoon of that, and it actually makes it a little bit more viscose and bulks it up a bit. Some cinnamon, some cacao powder or cocoa powder, a little bit of sweetener, and then a milk of your choice, whether that be a nut milk or a dairy milk. Leave that in your fridge overnight, and then you just top it off with like either frozen berries or fresh fruit, a little bit of peanut butter, and then that's your breakfast.
So you've got your slow release carbohydrates, you've got loads of fibre in there, you've got some really good fats, and then, you know, add some fresh berries at the last minute and you've got a really, really balanced breakfast.
Totally, better than Cocoa Pops. And it will stop you from, like, you know, when you're on shift and you're working in a hospital, there's always like Haribo or chocolates and you're constantly grazing throughout the whole day. But if you have that like really good sort of, like you said, like slow release carbohydrates in your system, you're less likely to just pick up food. Which is something I struggle with too.
Maybe less likely to reach for caffeine as well, I think.
Exactly, definitely. You're less likely to have that slump as well.
Perfect. And a quick lunch or dinner recipe?
Quick lunch, I tend, like, there's so many like pre-packaged leaves these days. When you add the leaves to either those whole grains that are already cooked or a bean, then you've got like a ready-made salad.
Perfect.
I like lazy bakes, so when I come back from work, and this probably goes into dinner, I'll cook at least triple the amount I actually need, so that way my lunch is already sorted. So something similar to what we did today, just cut squash, add some nuts, add some spices, some seasoning, bung that in the oven for like 45 minutes, and then you add whatever else you want at the end of that, like rocket leaves or you know, some freshly cut bell peppers. And then you've got enough for dinner and lunch the next day, and then you've got, you know...
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Although tray bakes take a little bit of time, like roasting vegetables, but the actual labour involved is just shove everything in a tray. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it means minimal washing up. You let the oven do the cooking for you, and you just plate up afterwards. So
Okay, a bit of quick fire now. Okay, cool. What's your ultimate comfort food snack when on a night shift?
Peanut butter.
Enough said.
It's got to be peanut, and I'll eat that from the jar. Like, you know, peanut butter and some apple slices. I do that.
What's next? Okay, so you're on a really hectic shift. You've got 5-10 minutes to go and grab lunch from a little shop in the hospital. You know, convenience store. What do you go for straight away?
So like the W.H. Smith that we have doesn't have any sort of healthy options, unfortunately, but they do have like the Graze bars and stuff, so those are pretty good. I'd go for the ones that don't have too many added salt and sugars to them. If you are lucky enough to have a W.H. Smith that just serves like whole nuts and seeds, that's great. And then I'm a big fan of Kind bars, even though they do have added sugar and stuff, but like Kind bars are probably the best out of your options when you're limited in one of those sort of convenience stores. And then other than that, I try, this is the reason why I try and pack as much possible myself. So fresh fruit, berries and nuts and seeds, I always have that in my bag. So when I do need to reach for something, or I haven't eaten lunch or whatever, I've got something that I can just eat.
I think that's really key. Like, preparation does make such a difference. Just having those really simple snacks doesn't even need to be something you've made, but just, you know, something ready to grab.
Totally.
And one more question: desert island dish.
Desert island dish. So
desert
nothing healthy.
I mean, let's just go nothing healthy.
Okay, nothing healthy. My desert island dish is za'atar fried chicken.
Delicious.
It's basically fried chicken with za'atar on top. I mean. I don't restrict. I eat everything. But if I was going to go for a healthier option, it probably would be like a whole grain pasta with like peas, with some pine nuts, a really good pesto, like a red pesto. And plenty of extra virgin olive oil. Like I just, that's like.
And a really big glass of water.
A really big glass.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated. Yeah.
But that's actually a really important point
to
end on. Now we come to that.
Yeah, because I remember I started when I was an F1. I realised very quickly. It's a junior doctor for those of it. I realised very quickly I wasn't hydrating myself, and so to this day still I have 500 mils of water in the morning, just so I get my hydration up for that half of the day, because otherwise you'll get to like 1 p.m. and you realise you're as dehydrated as the patients that you're looking after. So I'd always either carry some water with you or hydrate before your shift, and then try and hydrate for lunch.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Rupy.
No
and you've got loads of recipes up on the Doctor's Kitchen website.
Doctor's Kitchen website, ones that you've helped out lots with, being one of the recipe creators here at Doctor's Kitchen. Tons of more stuff on the podcast. If you're interested in nutritional medicine, culinary medicine, then please follow along and find me on socials.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. There's so many others for you to enjoy right here. Check out thedoctorskitchen.com, sign up to the newsletter where I give science-based recipes every single week. There's a podcast, there's 2 books, there's loads more content on social media, doctors_kitchen, and I hope to see you there.